Welcome to the first episode of Crimes Beyond Borders, a series where we dive deep into the hidden truths behind seemingly ordinary lives. Tonight, I'm about to tell you a story that's not about the supernatural. It's not about demons, spirits, or haunted possessions. No, this is a story about the darkness that can exist in the human heart, a story rooted in reality. What you're about to hear happened in Marrakech in 2007, where jealousy, betrayal, and a web of lies led to a chilling tragedy. It may sound like something out of a horror movie, but it's very real, and it shows that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't from other realms, but the ones we create ourselves. So, get comfortable, maybe turn off the lights, and follow along. If you're waiting for more, this is only the beginning. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready for even darker, more twisted episodes before you sleep. Let's begin. Morocco, 2007. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the ancient city. In the heart of the Medina, one family's joy was about to turn into a chilling tragedy. The celebration of Yasmina's wedding to Idris, a hard-working and well-respected man, had just ended. But as the laughter from the party faded, a dark secret began to take shape. Fatima, Yasmina's younger sister, had always been close to her, sharing secrets, dreams, and a bond that seemed unbreakable. But something had changed after the wedding. Fatima, usually vibrant and full of life, had become withdrawn, and a sinister air now clung to her. The night after the wedding, as the family gathered for their first dinner together, an eerie event took place. Fatima prepared the meal, moving methodically through the kitchen. But as she brought the food to the table, her body stiffened. Her face twisted in terror, and she let out a scream so piercing that everyone in the house froze. Her eyes rolled back, and she collapsed onto the floor, convulsing. The family rushed to her aid, but her words were incoherent, her cries filled with terror. Whispers spread like wildfire. Some claimed Fatima had forgotten to say her prayers before cooking, a grievous mistake in Moroccan tradition, one that could invite malevolent spirits into the home. Others whispered that she was cursed, possessed by a djinn. As days passed, Fatima's episodes grew more frequent. Each night, like clockwork, her screams echoed through the house. Her mother tried everything: prayers, visits to local healers, but nothing helped. Idris, ever the problem solver, proposed a solution. He suggested the family consult a priest known for his expertise in exorcisms. He claimed that Fatima's condition was beyond medical help, and that only a spiritual intervention could save her. Desperate for answers, the family agreed, and soon the priest was summoned to their home. When the priest arrived, his presence cast a long, foreboding shadow over the household. He observed Fatima closely, performing rituals and speaking ancient prayers over her. After hours of examination, he declared Fatima possessed by a powerful jinn. What struck the family was how much the priest seemed to know about Fatima, intimate details, secrets only those close to her would have known. Shocked and afraid, the family paid the priest a hefty sum, trusting him to rid Fatima of her torment. But behind the scenes, something far more sinister was unfolding. Unbeknownst to the rest of the family, Fatima had not been possessed at all. In fact, she and Idris had been lovers, their forbidden romance starting long before his marriage to Yasmina. When Yasmina became pregnant, their parents forced Idris to marry her, believing it to be the right thing to do. Fatima, heartbroken and consumed by jealousy, devised a twisted plan with Idris. Idris played the role of the dutiful husband in front of everyone, but at night he would sneak into Fatima's room. Together, they plotted a way to rid themselves of Yasmina, so they could finally be together. The fake possession was part of their plan, a ruse to distract the family, buying them time while they schemed. Fatima had even paid the priest to cooperate, feeding him personal information so he could convince the family of her possession. For weeks, they carried on the act. Idris, under the guise of caring for Fatima's well-being, would suggest more exorcisms, all the while continuing his secret affair with her. Fatima's nightly screams were part of the deception, intended to build fear and tension within the family. But Yasmina was not as naive as they thought. She began to notice the late-night disappearances of her husband and grew suspicious. Her heart ached as she pieced together the truth. Idris had been unfaithful, and her own sister was his lover. She confronted Idris one evening, but he denied everything, skillfully manipulating her with false reassurances. Still, Yasmina's suspicions only grew. She began to watch her husband and sister closely, her once happy marriage now tainted with paranoia and dread. The final straw came one fateful night when she caught Idris slipping into Fatima's room. Overwhelmed by rage and betrayal, Yasmina confronted them both, but the confrontation spiraled into violence. Fatima, seeing her plan unraveling, panicked. A vicious struggle broke out, and in the heat of the moment, Yasmina grabbed a kitchen knife. Fueled by her anger and heartbreak, she stabbed her sister in a fit of rage, leaving Fatima gravely wounded. Idris, caught in the chaos, tried to intervene, but it was too late. Yasmina, now lost in her fury, turned the knife on Idris, plunging it deep into his chest. The screams that followed were unlike any that had come before. This time, they were not from Fatima's staged possession, but from a true nightmare unfolding. The parents rushed to the scene, their hearts pounding with fear. When they arrived, they found Idris lying lifeless on the floor, blood pooling around his body. Fatima was barely alive, her body covered in wounds, and Yasmina stood over them, the knife still in her trembling hand. The family was shattered. The truth behind the fake possession came to light during the police investigation. Fatima and Idris had conspired together, manipulating the family with their elaborate ruse. Their betrayal cut deeper than any knife, leaving scars that would never heal. Yasmina was arrested for the murder of her husband and the attempted murder of her sister, who survived but would forever bear the weight of her deceit. The house, once filled with laughter and love, had become a place of darkness where jealousy, betrayal, and death lingered in the air. And so, the story of Fatima, Idris, and Yasmina became a cautionary tale in Marrakech, a reminder that the most dangerous evil often comes not from the supernatural, but from within.